Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome to the daily forecast for Tuesday, June 25th, 2024. It is the day of Mars. We have a waning gibbous moon. We are in Cancer season, the Celtic tree month of oak, woodpecker season, and Pluto retrograde. The sun is in Cancer, cardinal water representing intuition. The moon begins the day in third quarter Aquarius, fixed air representing stubbornness, and then at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, it does go void of course. Mercury is in Cancer, cardinal water representing hominess. Venus is in Cancer, cardinal water representing frugality. Mars is in Taurus, fixed water representing purpose. Jupiter is in Gemini, mutable air representing questing. Saturn is in Pisces, mutable water representing nostalgia. Uranus is in Taurus, fixed earth representing renovation. Neptune is in Pisces, mutable water representing imagination. Pluto is retrograding in Aquarius, fixed air, meaning that we need to examine our intentions and remember the mantra of reflect, heal, and evolve. Remember for the waning gibbous moon to cleanse, banish, and reflect. And for the void moon, the do's are relax, meditate, and yoga. And the don'ts are spell and ritual work, big decisions, and business deals. So the void moon this evening, it must be handled delicately or it will come into conflict with Mars in Taurus. Have a reason for everything that you are doing this evening. I mean, you won't be doing, big magical workings because it's a void moon. It won't do you any good. But have every activity serve a purpose. And that way the Martian energy won't get too fidgety because Mars in Taurus, it wants to do something constructive. The void moon wants to rest. So just handle it delicately. Today's tarot is the Two of Stones, and it represents trust. And getting from point A to point B, like this bear in the picture, that can be a risky business. We have to trust ourselves and those closest to us in order for us to navigate successfully and to be wary of any pitfalls and to be able to overcome any obstacles. You are not going to get very far in life if there's absolutely positively no one on earth that you trust. Some people try to, and I would just like to point out how miserable they are, how bad-tempered they tend to be, and just how lonely they really are. Even if they claim to the contrary that this is exactly how they want things to be, yeah, okay, sure. I have no obligation to believe that statement. And a lot of it does just come around to there is no one else to trust. Trust is a risk. Trust can be scary. But if you never take that risk, not only will you not have people in your life who could really be meaningful connections to you, but you're also sabotaging your own progress in life. So just something to keep in mind today. Today's Celtic Triad reads, 3 things which deceive those who trust them: a paramour's promise, a serf's fidelity, and the season of youth. So a lover's promise does not and ought not carry the same weight as that of a lawful spouse. And the reason for that, of course, is because if someone has actually taken the trouble to go through the legal process of marrying you, that should have greater weight than someone who, they're with you. They might mean what they say, but they haven't actually made that public commitment. They haven't made that legal commitment. They haven't said, before family, friends, and the gods that yes, they are going to go through life with you. It is more than just a piece of paper. It really is. So putting too much stock in the word of people who are married to us, that can be dangerous. Now, of course, people, they betray their marital vows all the time. It's a terrible, horrible thing. However, you are still more likely to be in a better position in an honorable legal marriage than if you just have romantic attachments without anything else. Then with employees, that would be the serf's fidelity. Employees, they have a limited obligation to their employers. I mean, while you're employed, yes, you should do the job you were hired to do to the best of your ability. However, you're not married to your employer. If a better offer comes along, of course you're going to take it. If the employer treats you badly, of course you're going to leave them. And so saying, the idea that, especially if you run a business, that people should just be with you forever and that they should put up with everything. No, I don't think so. That is not how it works. You do not occupy a sufficiently important position. It's supposed to be a mutually beneficial business arrangement and nothing else. So, building a life around that. Youth is wonderful. It's a blessing when you have it. It's all very well, but it is extremely temporary. Most of human life is lived in more mature years. You're going to spend more time being middle aged and elderly than you are going to be young. So, building your entire lifestyle and all of your life's philosophy around the conditions of youth, foolhardy and self destructive. Just tossing that out there. Today's magical intention is agriculture. The color is maroon, the plant is the rose, the animal is the butterfly, and the crystal is ruby. The question that I'm putting to you today is, how is the growing season progressing in your area? And also, when I look at this really delicious color, not only does it make me feel better about life, because I do tend to like more saturated, intense, have the courage of their convictions kind of color. But also, when I look at it, I think the phrase "the blood of the earth" comes to my mind about it representing vitality, the potential for growth, the passion that is required in order to have a good harvest or to do anything with agriculture. It puts me in mind of that. And it also puts me in mind of the link between, you know, our blood ties to our family, our blood ties to the land, and all of this coming together, and what it really means to be tied to these places, to be of a place. Now, for today's pagan practice, Tuesday, so we honor sovereignty deities. Also, a good day to work on your solar plexus chakra, to learn about your Mars sign, to take charge of a task that you have procrastinated about. We all have them. Tuesdays are a good day to just, kind of get on with the business at hand. And then, as per usual, I'm recommending you read a passage from The Art of War. And I found this quote from Sun Tzu. It reads, "It is the unemotional, reserved, calm, detached warrior who wins, not the hothead seeking vengeance and not the ambitious seeker of fortune." So when we are engaged in conflicts, which most of us hopefully are not engaged in physical conflicts, unless you're in the army, in which case the literal interpretation of this is extremely relevant to you. But when it comes to dealing with conflicts and navigating those kinds of things, even if we're in a verbal war, maintaining our cool so much as possible, and being measured in our responses and calm and focus upon what we're trying to accomplish rather than what we feel about it, that is far more likely to lead us to carry the day. So Sun Tzu has wisdom for us no matter our situation. Now, for today's journal prompt, do you consider yourself a leader? Could you lead if the occasion called for it? Be kind of an interesting thing for you to explore in your writings. And that's what I have for you today. Come back tomorrow for the next edition of the Daily Forecast. Let me know what you thought of this one in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye.